Hey YouTube, what's up? Today, I'm not wearing any pants.
Hey there, it's Grixis, doing all kinds of things. Hey there, it's Grixis Fool, playing all kinds of games. Pokemon and Magic the Gathering, come on down for all kinds of wild things.
Here I am, back again, doing another Pokemon Go PvP battle commentating video. Today I'm battling with DragOns1lk, again, because we're buddies. What we're doing today is Fusion Cup, as you can see. Above, as usual, is my opponent, DragOns1lk, and below is me, Grixis15. Take a close look at our teams, and if you're familiar with the Fusion Cup, you will know that Altaria is a big deal in the Fusion Cup, but we decided to be a little bit different today, and what we've done is sets of 6 that do not include Altaria. So we are playing non-Altaria Fusion Cup. So up here, DragOns1lk is rocking Noctowl, Whiscash, Frostlass, Shiny, a Venusaur, a Haunter, and a Bronzong. And then down below, there's some overlap there. I've got Weavile, Alolan Marowak, Bronzong, Noctowl, Alolan Muck, and Venusaur. So those are his 6. These are my 6. You are about to see us battle using our 6. And I will be keeping score on the side, as I always do, and I will be running my loud mouth, as I always do. So sit back, enjoy the fights, and let's get rolling. Okay, so here's game 1 of the best of 5. I've led with Weavile, as you can see, and behind Weavile I've got Bronzong, and I have Awak. So let's watch and see how this plays out. They've led with, DragOns1lk's led with Haunter, which is nice because I can deal super effective damage with Snarl, and even though Snarl is not super strong, it still hits very hard because Haunter is frail. I decided at the last minute to shield there, and I'm glad I did because it wasn't Legacy, it was a Sludge Bomb, and that would have really hurt. So now I'm swinging back with that Foul Play, hoping to get the takedown, and I do. So I'm at 1 shield, DragOns1lk is at 2. They bring in the Bronzong. I'm trying to switch here, and it is super not working. So I try again, and there we have it. The switch goes in. I'm bringing Awak because I'm going to resist that confusion and hit hard with Bone Club or even with Shadow Ball. I'm not going to shield this. I'm going to take it. I maybe should have shielded it because that did a lot of damage. I go for the Shadow Ball, but DragOns1lk is smarter than that and switches before I can get to it. So Noctowl is not going to take too much damage from the Shadow Ball. I managed to get another Bone Club in, which is nice, but again, it's not going to deal crazy amounts of damage, especially with Noctowl being Noctowl. So there you have it. Bone Club is not good against a Noctowl. Now you know if you didn't already. So I'm going to bring in my own Bronzong because I know that Bronzong can take the charge moves off of a Noctowl in Fusion. Just bing, bang, boom. I really just absorb these and it's a-okay because Bronzong is a baller. I'm pretty much just ramping up to a charge move here. I know he's got shields. But if I can just break them or clear the Noctowl, either one I'm happy with, so there you have it. Now all he has left is his own Bronzong. My charge moves are just not going to resolve. I'm going to go for them, of course, but they're not going to resolve. He's saved the 2 shields for the end, but the Bronzong is pretty much out of this thing. I've still got my own shields, so I've popped in Weavile ready to go with the Foul Play. Again, it's going to get shield. Why not? And now he's going to come back at me, but I have saved my shield, and I put so much energy into that Weavile that I can now immediately Foul Play and get that win. So let's just watch Foul Play. Beep, 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 beep. And there you have it. Bronzong is knocked out, and I have taken game 1 of the best of 5. Let's move on to game 2. Okay, so we've got game 2 now. I have led with Bronzong, as you can see, into a Noctowl, which is a great opener, and then I've got Venusaur in the back, followed by Awak. I love this opening because, like I said last game, I can just take these charge moves from the Noctowl and not feel it at all. So I'm just in heaven here. The plan is farm up as much energy as I can while taking those Noctowl charge moves. So I farmed up a solid amount of energy, but I'm actually going to go for the Psyshock to put pressure on that Noctowl, hopefully break a shield. It didn't happen, but that's okay. I still have a bunch of energy in the back on my Bronzong, which is super rad, and I can pretty much just take this Noctowl out with confusions while farming more energy. He got off the double Sky Attack, which is nice for him, but unfortunately Bronzong really just packs those punches and takes it, no problem. So there you have it. Knocked Owl is out. Bronzong is fully charged and ready to go. Almost dead, but that's okay. I'm fully charged and ready to go. So he brings in his own Bronzong, and I try to switch. It doesn't work out right away, but I luckily get that switch off before his Bronzong kills mine with all those charge moves. That would be so bad. So I opt not to take the Bulldoze. I have learned my lesson. My DragOns1lk switches out. I go for, well, first I'm going to do some damage here. Well, I'm going to take some damage. Ugh, Mud Bomb. It hurts! So, I'm going for the Bone Club. The plan is to break his shield because I've been charging for so long. I was hoping he'd think it was Shadow Ball. He didn't. He took the Bone Club. But I have so much energy that I'm able to go for Shadow Ball right away. Hopefully he thinks it's another Bone Club and doesn't shield. He did not. So now the Whiscash is almost dead, and AWAC is still going. And I get to another Bone Club. AWAC, don't underestimate it. Super, super potent. I break that shield, which is nice. I did end up breaking the shield with a Bone Club. Now I bring in the Venusaur to clear the Whiscash, but there's a charge move ready to go. I know it's going to be Blizzard, and it is a Blizzard, so I shield it, and Venusaur survives. Whiscash is brought out, Bronzong brought back in, because Bronzong's Confusion hits really, really hard against the Venusaur. So I am firing off that Sludge Bomb, and I am breaking that last shield, which is great. So now I can bring in Bronzong and do my Bulldoze and just clear it. Bronzong is gone. All I have left now is this Whiscash with 1 HP, and there you have it. Venusaur comes in, finishes the job, finishes the Whiscash, and I'm up 2-0 against DragOns1lk, so I'm feeling pretty good at this point. My hands are shaking pretty hard. So let's get into Game 3 and see how the rest of this thing goes. All right, here we are, back in the action with Game 3. I have led with Weavile, followed by Knocked Owl and Bronzong. You can see that DragOns1lk has led with Haunter again, which is super, super nice for me. So let's get right into the game and see how it goes. So Weavile versus Haunter, I've already covered that. So the plan here is charge up to charge moves, and then switch out into Bronzong because I'm expecting Sludge Wave, and I'm going to just let Bronzong take the Sludge Wave. But it's a Shadow Punch, and it hits Bronzong for crazy hard. This will be another Shadow Punch, so I decide to shield it, which I think makes oodles of sense. Anyways, I'm trying to Confusion down the Haunter to get it dead, and now we're just waiting to see what DragOns1lk sends out after that. It is a Whiscash, which is very unfortunate for Bronzong, because Bronzong and Whiscash do not get along at all. So he let the Psyshock in, which is nice, but I'm still not feeling ultra confident about this because I didn't bring Venusaur. So in comes Knocked Owl, and I know that this has to be Blizzard. It must be. So I shield it, and I call correctly. It is indeed a Blizzard. So I'm trying to just whittle down the Whiscash using fast moves only, and it was going well, but he's going to get one more Blizzard off. And I thought Knocked Owl would just die, but it didn't. So that's like really, really nice to see. I do manage to clear it. Now I go for the not super effective move Psychic because I'm trying to get the defense down buff. It doesn't work, but I do manage to get to another Sky Attack, which is very cool. Firing off that Sky Attack, and it is not going to do damage. As we've talked about, Bronzong can just take up those Sky Attacks for days. And there you have it. Knocked Owl is down. I can send in this Weavile at full energy, but he had a charged move ready to go, and Bulldoze just basically clears the Weavile. I can fire off this Foul Play, but it's really not going to get there. You can see he's got that shield. So Weavile goes kaput, and DragOns1lk takes game 3 goes to DragOns1lk. We are now at 2-1, and let's hop into Game 4 and take a look at what that looks like. And we're here for Game 4 with DragOns1lk. I have led with Bronzong into a Whiscash, which is very unfortunate. And then I have Venusaur and AWAC chilling in the back. So let's take a look at how this game plays out, leading Bronzong on Whiscash. Not very hot for me. So I am trying my best to switch out, and it's just not working. The charge move replaced the switch, I guess. So I'm going back to switch again, and it doesn't work. And I try a third time, and it still doesn't work. And instead, I fire a Psyshock, and I didn't want to do that. But that is what has happened, and it resolved, so that's okay. So in comes Venusaur. Whiscash has been charging for days. So this is a Blizzard, and if it's not a Blizzard, I'm boned. But it is a Blizzard, and I have shielded it, and I have killed the poor little Whiscash. So let's see what comes out next. DragOns1lk has 2 shields. I have 1. So it is a Frostlass. I'm just going to slam that Frenzy Plant because it's a strong move and is dealing stab damage. It gets the shield, which is very cool for me. I try to get to a charge move. It doesn't work. He wins the CMP tie. and in comes an avalanche. Maybe I should have shielded it, but I didn't. I let it happen. So now it's AWAC versus Frostlass, and I go for that Bone Club, but they get their charge move first. DragOns1lk does that, and it's a Shadow Ball. I have shielded it successfully, which is nice. Go for that Bone Club. I'm trying to break that last shield to kill the Frostlass, or just, you know, resolve, be able to have that shield broken. Anyways, Bronzong v Bronzong. He has one shield left. I go for the Psyshock. I'm hoping he thinks it's a Bulldozes and shields it, and sure enough, I think that's exactly what happened. He shielded the Psyshock thinking it was a Bulldoze, and now in comes AWAC. It's going to take this charge move, and it is going to hurt Bulldoze. Ouch! But it's okay, because I get to the Shadow Ball, and now the Bronzong will be no more, because Shadow Ball versus Bronzong, super good. But Frostlass is left, and now it's like desperation mode, because you can see my AWAC's HP right there is very low, so it was pretty much charge move v charge move, or fast move v fast move, and luckily AWAC's fast move was the superior fast move in this case, and there you have it. I get the game 4, so that's 3-1 for me. Alrighty, now it's time for my closing remarks, and yes, the lighting changed because the sun went down and I lost my natural light, because I took too long. So, what have I learned today? Weavile is super duper good. I'm really into it. I'm having a lot of Weavile fun. I played some test games earlier today after all of this, and again, Weavile performed very well, so I'm super happy with it, and I might actually bring it to fusion events. AWAC is AWAC. It's super good. I've used it like 1,000 times on this channel already, and I'll probably continue to use it every time I have an opportunity to. I'm really happy with it. Bronzong is super great. You got those confusions to hit the Haunter very hard, and what's his name? Bronzong versus Noctowl. You just take those sky attacks for days. Now Noctowl does sometimes pack a dark type charge move, and that can hurt the Bronzong, but the other stuff, Bronzong just walls it, and it's super nice. It's a great interaction, and you know, Bronzong, absolutely consider that thing. Noctowl, you know, it survived a blizzard, like not with a lot of health, mind you, but with health. And I've talked before about how strong Blizzard really is, and the fact that Noctowl can just take that Blizzard and still have some time left to do some other stuff. I think I took a Blizzard and then fired a Sky Attack shortly afterwards, so Noctowl is really quite nice. I didn't really play with Alolan Muck too much just now, but I did play with it more today, and I also enjoy it, though it will probably get cut. And then Venusaur is Venusaur. It really hits the Whiscash very hard, and it's got that poison move. In case you're against some fairies, you can sling some poison at it. So that's kind of what I've learned today. Hopefully you got some solid takeaways from the video as well. And once again, thank you so much for watching. I have been Grixaschool15. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch, where I mostly stream Magic the Gathering Arena. But I did figure all the stuff out for streaming Pokemon Go PvP. Thanks to JFarm, he took some time to help me, which is very nice. And that is all. I will link below DragOns1lk's channel, and of course I'll link JFarm's channel too, though if you're watching this, you've probably already watched JFarm because he's very big. Anyways, so thank you so much for watching, and everyone have a wonderful day. That is all. Au revoir.